1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, no, you ain't experienced. If you ain't got at least 500 bodies, then yeah, you need to keep going. Yeah, keep going up. You need more experience, girl. Go talk to most people. Do some one-night stands. Matter of fact, it don't even got to be a whole night. Do some 30-minute stands. Do some hour stands. Meet people. Do stuff in the back seats. Do stuff in parking lots. Do stuff beside trash cans, dumpsters. Yeah, alleyways. Yeah, you need to get your experience up. Yeah. So, yeah, if you ain't got at least 1,000 bodies, then, yeah, get some more practice. Get your bodies up. Yeah, do that. Because if you ain't got at least 100 bodies, then you're doing bad. Get some more experience, honey.
Already, Shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving all glory and the praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Chakadash, and the brother one for them to be Florida, for the Kim province in Babylon. Come on, the quick key to the spirit part by Hashem, Yahushua. Lord wants to edify and feed the sheep. The ones that was an apostle, great millstone, will teach you well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who push this work and true sincerity to the scattered abroad. Now you got this video. All right, it says a woman goes viral for saying being ran through having 200 bodies is a good thing. Means your experience game is on point. Okay, and in the video, you had Eve boasting about, how sleeping with multiple men, all right, isn't a thing of a experienced female, which is wicked, man. Okay, that is completely sick. Okay, and these women are sick in the head, man. All right, they're delusional and through and finished. All right, and this is why they push out this type of content. All right, because they ain't got nothing else better to do. All right, besides be themselves ran through, man. All right, these women, they hit the wall. They hit their 30s and realize that they have wasted all their precious time. Okay, that they could have put used to sticking to one man. Okay, and being a wife at home, they realize they have, thrown that away, sleeping with multiple men, and so now they in a state of ruin other young women's lives, okay, or young ladies' lives. And really, all these young women nowadays are just a resemblance of their mothers, man. Okay, degenerate gremlins, the whole nine. These women are through. All right, and this is why you see Eve at her best at promoting her wickedness. Okay, along the lines with Esau ass, man, because their kingdom's already through, man. Okay, Eve ass through, Esau through, and everybody else is through with them, man. All right, but I'm gonna grab a few scriptures. I ain't gonna make this too long. Straight to the point. All right, Lord, when this lesson is edifying, but I'm gonna bring this back and read it again. All right, because it said, it says, let me see. A woman goes viral for saying being ran through having 200 bodies is a good thing. Means your experience game is on point. And that's a sick thing to say, man. All right, the scriptures goes into it. All right, where it says, Proverbs 30, verse 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipereth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. And that's the state of the mindset of these wicked ass women today is, man. Or especially Eve, with her being at the top of the food chain. All right. She's promoting these things heavy, man. Okay, amongst the communities, okay, of Jake. You have it where Eve just think, sleeping with this man, getting this many multiple dudes on their roster, or building a resume of guys that they want to sleep with every week or every trip they take, vacation. They feel like that is something that they supposed to be doing on a daily basis, man. Because you got, these wicked ass women who are rappers and entertainers or even actors, promoting that kind of wicked vibration, okay, or lifestyle. Cardi B, Sexy Red, Sukihana, all of these ones that's leading our people to air. All right, you got even rappers on Jake's side, promoting Jake to, kill and destroy one another. Okay, just like you got on the woman's side for Eve to promote, sleep with multiple men, look for the 7-6, figure guy, who's got all this money, and pop your twat every goddamn way you go. It's just a disgrace, man. All right, not to get too much off topic, but the point is that these women get in that kind of mindset, all right, and they promote these things as if they have not done, any wickedness, man. All right. Reading that again, Proverbs 30:20 says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. Okay. She eateth and wipeth her mouth. She do all these things and she sleep with this, she do that. And, she's, fulfilling her wildest desires. Okay. So to speak. Right. And saith, I have done no wickedness. Okay, and we know about the scriptures where it goes into it about when it comes to these women and the wickedness. You can't compare these things with them because what? These women are far out with it. All right, they go over and beyond. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 25. Let me see, I believe it's verse 19. And this is a prime example of what you see in this video. Okay, she's saying 200 bodies, is a experienced woman. That means 200 men a woman has to sleep with to be considered an experienced woman here in America today, according to this wicked ass woman. Okay, Eve. That's sick. This is why these women got to be, put out of their misery, man. Okay, something upstairs is not connected, man. All right, that's why you're gonna have a time like Jacob's trouble for all these women who want to go and sleep with multiple partners, sleep around and go pop babies out, go to Parent Parenthood and go get a goddamn abortion or whatever, all these things, so that they can go back being goddamn, an adulterous woman. Hey, they got a consequence coming, man. Okay. That's going to be all hell breaking loose. And these women are going to have to pay for the things that they have done. Okay. Once again, Jacob's trouble. It says, Ecclesiastes, known as Sirach chapter 25, verse 19. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And this is, once again, great example. It's going into the scripture, man. Okay, what you see in this video. Okay, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, man. All right, and these women, they can have their way here. Okay, in Babylon and in America. All right, they can have their way, man. Because what? America here is being, pushed for the longest. Do as you want. All right, you got options. You have liberty. And we know what the scripture says about a woman having liberty, man. That's why it tells you here, jumping down to verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. Because this is what a wicked woman would do with that liberty. Okay, she will find the next guy to sleep with, and find the next guy and the next guy, and find whatever like characteristics that she might feel that she wants to give it up for that day. Or that moment, that time, okay, and let things happen, and go to the next guy, okay, and it continues to go from there. That's why you got these guys who are simping, okay, under that simp spirit when it comes to these women. Why? Because you have a lot of them, just desiring. Okay, what these women are just gonna, provide for that moment, in that second, in that time. All right, that's where the whole sneaky link. All right, the whole, I forgot how it goes. Lord willing, come back to me. But I believe she mentioned in the video. Dang, man, Lord want to come back to me. All right, but pretty much that's how the whole sneaker link and the other ways of these women, coming up to, doing other wicked acts of adultery, that's how it all. It's just a large amount of this going on because a woman has that liberty. These simp guys play along within that. Okay. But continuing, it says, I'll bring that back. Ecclesiastes known as Sirach chapter 25, verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. All right, now the verse above it says, verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. That's right. Okay. And if you look at these women, man, how they are today, man, this is the main reasons why, you have it the way, what we got to deal with, because it started with this woman going off, man. Okay. Now we are suffering from it. And, you got Eve who right in the cahoots with Esau. All right. She just laid in the bed with it, man. So that means she gonna have to, be taken out with this devil as well. Okay. Ye are the father of the devil. Let's go ahead and jump down chapter 26. Okay. A lot of these women have no shame, man. They have no shame in what they do. That's why what they do, all right, they are able to boast in it. They're able to, act like, they get some type of gain from it. They're able to feed off of it, attention. And women are just attention seekers, man. Okay, so seeing this is just another reason why. All right, the way of these women, okay, are, you just gotta stay single, man, or stay away from individuals just like this, because all these women are in that same like mind. Okay, they became to build this thing up to like a game, a point system. That's why they don't want to ever talk about how many men they ever slept with, because if they talk about it, they'll be ashamed of it. You see, but let's grab these precepts. All right, it says Ecclesiastes, verse 26. Let me see. Verse 9, it says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Right. And, a lot of these women, they like to get their eyelashes done. Okay. And like to put the makeup on. All right. They like to do all these things and look very seducing. All right. These women like to do all these things and try to seduce you. Okay, coming in that whoredom way, man. All right, and that's why a lot of these women, the favorite thing is to do is to put those cum umbrellas on, man. All right, because that's really what it is. All right, when you go into the origin of these things, all right, it was really to stop these things from getting in their eyes. Okay, to keep it PG, man. 13. But these women, they will take it a step further and make it and glorify it in a way of some type of fashion. Okay, so reading it again, Ecclesiastes chapter 26 verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. It says, verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Right, okay. Now let me get that in the G&T. All right, reading what that says in the G&T, Sirach chapter 26. All right, in the G&T it reads, Let's see. It's like the NIV. It says in the NIV, if your daughter is determined to have her own way, keep a close watch on her. If you don't, she'll take advantage of any chance she gets. That's right. Okay, and that's what happens when all right, you got just Eve running the house, man. Okay, which Eve can't even run a house, man. All right, that's why you're supposed to have a man in the house to set the structure and that first foundation of order in the house. Okay, Eve can't do that. All right, you got Eve to be trying to do all these, different type of, roles, for lack of better words, but she cannot set order in the house. All right, they lack order themselves. Yeah, when Eve is, in the house, you see all these degenerate gremlins, little YNs and little goddamn, sexy reds coming out the damn house, man. Because what? Eve is running the show, so to speak. This how you get videos like this. Okay, and as the scripture says, matter of fact, I'll grab it. In Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44, behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. Right? And this is why you see these little gremlin, all right, goddamn pack of wolves, okay, hyenas, actually, all right, coming at the house and looking like how they are, man, because this is exactly how the mother presents herself. This is exactly how these women are bred here in America. Okay, but continuing, all right, jumping down to verse 12, it says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain, and drink of every of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. All right, now let's get that in the GNT. All right, or a matter of fact, what's already pulled up. Let me see what it says for the NIV. Let me see. Now let's get into the GNT. Let's see what it says in the GNT. That's not what I want. All right. All right. Here it is. This is the GNT. All right, jumping down to verse 12. It says, it's locking. It says she'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. All right, and that's exactly how these women is. For you to have 50 to 100, all right, to 200 bodies, is ridiculous, man. All right, that's ridiculous, and that's why these women have no shame in what they do. All right, because once again, this is the type of vibration that's being pushed amongst, these so-called black women. Right? This is why Jake is finding women across the seas in different countries. Jake will go to a whole different country, all right, to find a woman that's gonna, do their job correctly than Eve, because what she's doing is sleeping amongst every man she can find, all right, just like that thirsty traveler as the scripture goes into, man. She finds, what she likes in them, and she's gonna give it up. That's why these women be in that mind of picking and choosing. All right. Options. Oh, I like this guy because he could lay it down this way. I like this guy because he gonna pay my bills. Yeah, I like this guy because he gonna, this way you get these tricks or things like that. Groupies. You see the whole thing, man. This place gotta be destroyed. Okay, and Eve stink ass with it. Reading it again, it says Ecclesiastes chapter 26 in the G&T. She'll spread her legs anywhere, just like she'll shake her ass anywhere. Eva shake her ass somewhere. No matter where she at. She can have children around her. She can have anybody around her. She gonna be shaking her ass, man. Same way she spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her. Okay? Just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. All right? You might see on these social media platforms where you have that guy who's like, down there 8 feet tall, got some jewelry on, and these women start flocking to him, man. All right? When the times we're coming to, you women are about to be snatched away from that type of option, okay, making, decisioning making. All right? You women will be snatched away from all the liberty and all the false reality you've been fed here in America. That false fantasy, it's going to be snatched away from you. All right, when these lights go out, when there's no food in these stores, when there's no way that you can take care of yourself and clean yourself, when you don't have hot showers, when you don't have AC. All right, America is going to be a goddamn desert place for you woman at this point when it comes to no lights here, man. You're going to be somewhere stuck, not knowing where to go, no direction, and somewhere in a dangerous alley or in a dangerous area. Okay, waiting to get preyed upon. That's what's coming up to you, woman, man. You wicked ass woman. All right, I'm gonna grab a few more and I'm gonna close it out. Let's grab that in Isaiah. And the spirit been heavy on these women, man, because these women, okay, are being stripped from those benefits and resources and every sense of a source that has been catering to them for the longest now. It's being stripped from them, okay? And the process is speeding up more and more, man. We give all glory and praise to Yahweh by Shemel Shai. Because the scriptures also say, she that is my enemy shall see it. You wicked ass woman are about to start to see, all right, the downfall of this kingdom, which you have sided with, okay, since back then. It says, Jeremiah 32, verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Give ear unto my speech, Lakia. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. That's right. And what's coming, all right, to this place, America, man, all right, it's not a good time. It's going to be a bad, terrible, frightening, scary sight for America, man. All right, for these people, the masses of the people, because what's about to hit them is going to be like a unexpected storm. Okay, it's going to be like an unexpected storm coming, rapidly, man. Okay, completely caught off guard. It's going to shake things up here. And a lot of you women who are at ease and chilling and living your life and completely slipping with multiple partners, all right, and that shit about to be put to an end. And everything that you've been, doing, all right, and building up to that time, it's going to be all for nothing. Verse 11, tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Women are very careless. Okay. She didn't take no thought to think what she was saying in her mouth was completely garbage, was completely off. But just because these women don't think of these things, man, they don't function straight upstairs, and that's why when all hell breaks loose, a woman is going to, she's going to, result back to those two natural things: screaming, okay, or goddamn, giving it up. That's it. It says, be troubled, and in that time, you ain't gonna be just giving it up. It's gonna be getting taken, man. All right. These spirits is gonna be on these people. They're gonna take it. They're not gonna ask for it. They're gonna take it. It says, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So you're gonna be humbled. All right. You woman about to come into a state of mourning, weeping. Okay. Weeping and mourning and in a state of sorrowful. All right, you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be pleading. You're gonna be terrified. The whole nine. All right. Let me see. I think that's the point. Pretty much, that's the point. She that liveth and pleasure is dead while she liveth. We know the scripture says these things, man. We're in these times, we're going to see much more of these things happening. All right, these women are going to get worse and worse towards the end and find themselves in a gruesome state. All right. So with that, once again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to Akim Akwata, seeking the Lord with sincerity. All right, I'm going to close it out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Chakadash. Once again, double honors to those an apostle, real song teacher, world. Until next time I say, Shalom.